another cold, snowy day. Hey guys, this week is pure craziness. We live in southern Indiana, and yesterday, literally, was lightning, thunderstorms, a monsoon outside, pouring rain, and today, this morning, we had a blizzard. Literally. It's the weather.
It's crazy weather here. We went from warm rain, freezing rain, to snow, all within 24 hours.
So needless to say, our plans to get out and about didn't happen.
No.
So what I'm going to do today is I found some Toll House chocolate chip on clearance for $2.25, which is still expensive, but
Yep.
They were on clearance. So I thought, well, we'll just make some Blondies today, and I'll show you how we do that. It's one of our favorites. We haven't had it in a long time because chocolate chips are pretty expensive.
Yes.
And we don't eat a lot of sweets anymore. But we're going to show you how to make that today, and we apologize for not being out and about, but it's just been craziness.
Yes,
so
it has.
Hopefully this winter will get over and we can get back to our normal out and about schedule. So I'll show you how we make these. First of all, you need to get your 13 by 9 pan, and you can either put parchment paper in there to keep it from sticking or spray it with Pam, and I have chosen to spray it with Pam. You start your oven, you preheat it. It's set at 350. I've got everything out here. It takes 2 sticks of butter. Now you know why the Blondies are so good. It takes 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 eggs, which I have out here. It takes a cup of brown sugar, all packed. I already have this measured out. Takes 2/3 cups of granulated sugar. This is why we don't eat them real often, because there's a lot of sugar involved. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, which I've already measured out. And then your bag of chocolate chips. So I'm going to melt the butter and we'll get started. So the first thing you had to do is melt your butter. So I had the 2 sticks of butter and I have them all melted here in the bowl. And then we have to cream in our sugars. So there was a cup of firmly packed brown sugar, which I've already measured out. And there was 2/3 cup of granulated sugar, which I've already got measured. So we'll put those in, and then you take a hand mixer and you beat them together till they're real good and creamy, about 2 minutes. If you have a stand mixer, you could use that as well. Okay, I have them creamed together really well. And then we're going to put in our eggs and our vanilla. There's 2 eggs. I'm going to put them in one at a time and mix it well. Then you mix in your vanilla, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I use real vanilla. I also use real butter. I never use margarine. I like real ingredients. Makes everything taste so much better. And then we also need a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Everything sweet needs a little bit of salt to kind of balance it out. So I'm going to mix this up, and then I'll add flour. So I'm going to add the flour. There's 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. I use whole wheat flour. I use whole wheat flour for everything, so that's why it looks a little brownish. So I'm going to add the flour a little bit at a time. The reason you add flour a little bit at a time at a lower mixer speed is because if you don't, you'll have flour all over yourself and your kitchen. Once you get your flour mixed all in, then you have to spoon stir in your chocolate chips. So I'm going to use the whole bag of chocolate chips. Who doesn't love chocolate chips, right? You get a spoon, and then you just stir in your chocolate chips. Blondies are so good because I kind of prefer them to brownies because they're so buttery. Brownies are chocolate, but these are chocolatey too because of all the chocolate chips in here. There goes my oven. My oven is preheated now. So you just stir these in till they're evenly incorporated, and then we will put it into our pan. On a snowy, cold day, we'll have something warm to eat. I'm recording this on a Sunday, and we watched church online because the roads were a real mess this morning. So after we have church and we eat our lunch, we will have some nice warm Blondies to have with our afternoon coffee. And then we take the spatula and we just spread it all out evenly into the pan so that it bakes evenly. You can make a half of a recipe and put it in an 8x8 pan. But if you're going to make Blondies, you just may as well make a full batch, right? And use the whole bag of your chocolate chips. So just get it all evenly spread out into your pan. It's almost like chocolate chip cookies, except it's in a pan, and they're way more buttery than a chocolate chip cookie would be. So I'm going to put these in the oven, the top rack, for about 30 minutes, and then I'll check them to see if they're done, and we'll show you the finished product. I just pulled it out of the oven, and oh my gosh, it smells insane. So we'll show you when we get ready to eat it. It smells so good. We had to change up lunch a little bit too because we had different plans for lunch. But since we have snow and the roads are bad, I keep these soups in the pantry for just such occasions when you need something that quick and easy. You just add 8 cups of water, bring it to a boil, and stir this in. This is cheddar broccoli. They have different flavors. And what I do, we've got some ham here. I'm going to dice up some ham and put that in with the soup. And it's really good. It's a really good soup for a quick, easy meal. So it's time for us to eat some hot cheddar broccoli soup with ham and have our Blondies. A perfect lunch for a snowy, blustery day. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. These were so good. If you would like to see more of our videos, click the video that just popped up on your screen.